Now, though, should one of the big boys be looking at Unai Emery as their next gaffer?
Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 1. Leon Bailey has just sent the away fans into rapture.
To beat here Arsenal is very difficult, and we compete very well, and even with the players we have with their skills as well, they show it in some moment our capacity to face Arsenal, and is the way we are trying to build.
03717 233 you just heard from Aston Villa gaffer Unai Emery following his side's 2-0 hammering of Arsenal yesterday, all but ending their title hopes. I say it all. I mean, it's a long way to go, but you know, I'm just trying to wind up Darren Bent. Let's talk about Unai Emery before we talk about other possible clubs that might be looking for his signature in the summer. Are you surprised just how well he has done since he's come in at Aston Villa? What do you think was expected when they got him? Because I think I might say Newcastle tried to get him, right? And he turned them down. So what do you make of the fact that he's come into Aston Villa and he has now turned them into a top four side that could, it's either them or Spurs that are going to get Champions League football next season?
He's been incredible. Absolutely incredible. Steven Gerrard struggling. There were performances from Steven Gerrard where you go, oof, not great. He came in there and pretty much transformed it overnight. They had the big win against your boys, didn't they?
That was early on, I think, game 2, I think.
Yeah, and do you know what? I think all of a sudden now, listen, Aston Villa fans would probably, I don't know if they'll agree with me, but what I will say is, like, for me, Aston Villa are where they should be. In the size of the club, the fan base, they're where they should be, which is in and around that top 6. Like, the reason they're not there, I don't know. But that's where, when I've spent time at that football club, when you walk into that place and you see the history behind the football club, the trophies, when you walk out to the tunnel, you've got the Champions League, they're staring you in the face. I feel they're where they should be. And I think Unai Emery now is the right guy to guide them forward and make them stay there. No point being there for a season and then dropping down to like 10th next season. They've got to be there, and I think they can do that. But what he's done has been absolutely incredible. I mean, the identity they've got, the way he's making certain players better. Ollie Watkins, what he's done for his transformation has been...
I thought his goal was fantastic.
Yeah, insane. John McGinn, his form under Gerrard was a little bit patchy. All of a sudden, the armband playing really well. Konza, he's turned Konza into an international. I mean, he's done so much, and they've had injuries as well. So, would he leave his current post? Listen, Manchester United's a bigger club. That's fact. But I think for him to convince him to leave, it'd have to take one hell of an effort for Manchester United. All their ducks would have to be aligned for him to even consider it. Because right now, I mean, at the minute, Aston Villa look like they're going one way and that's up.
Let me ask you then: do you think that he would be right for Manchester United?
Yeah, of course he is. You've got Ten Hag. He's leagues above him. Like leagues.
Because what I was really impressed with at the weekend was it yesterday the game, the Villa game? Yeah. I've lost track.
Super Sunday.
What I was really impressed with you can always tell a really, really good manager when they realise it's not working, they change things, right? The example of that would be Postecoglou. I love Postecoglou, but he's only got one plan, and of course they come undone against Newcastle.
Yeah, heavily.
Like,
Van der Ven took off them skates yet?
Well, he tripped out, he fell backwards, but yeah, right. They got found out.
Yeah.
First half against you lot, they were quite poor.
But remember, that was also a case of coming to the Emirates, Arsenal being a good side at home.
Yeah, but what he did, he recognised the holes and he plugged them in the second half.
Yeah.
And they slowly took over the game in the second 45.
Yeah.
It could have been more than the 2. And I think that tells you everything you need to know about a manager that knows exactly what he's doing with the players he's got and what they can do as well.
Well, it's about tactical, and it's also about having a game plan and sticking to them and principles, and he's got that. And as you said, their second half against Arsenal, I mean, first of all, Arsenal at times played into the hand. Zinchenko, my goodness. We'll talk about that later. But his performance was awful. And he recognised, and again, also, it was almost like Bayern Munich kind of set the blueprint, because even though they got the points, there was times where Bayern Munich were getting in behind Arsenal, like Sane and Gnabry and these guys behind. Villa started to get a bit of joy when they started turning Arsenal. And even you're speaking about first half, they weren't great. Watkins still had that great chance. We hit the post.
Yeah, nearly hit the other one.
Exactly. So getting in behind, Villa were brilliant at it. Watkins running behind, Diaby, Leon Bailey, and in midfield, strong. Getting John McGinn running around, using his body really well. Arsenal struggled second half, and fair play to Aston Villa, as I said, because that game plan, when they play like that, and there will be bumps in the road, by the way, where they will take a hiding, they will lose certain games, but playing under Unai Emery, the way that they play, they're going to be in a lot more games then they're not. And it used to be the other way around. It was almost like, can they win that game? Now you get into the games expecting them to win.
Let's take calls on all the above. 03717223344. Nick is a Villa fan. Joins us now. Hello, Nick.
Hi, Andy.
How are you?
Very well, thanks. Hi, Benty.
How you doing, boss? You right?
Yeah, great. Legend at the Villa, mate. Absolutely love watching you play.
Thank you very much.
Is that to me or Benty?
That's probably to me for,
fine,
for about 6 months.
All right.
But listen, I love those 6 months.
Yeah, superstar.
What?
Andy, mate, I've got to ask, why is Emery going to leave Villa to come to Man United at the minute?
Because Man United are a much bigger club.
Not at the minute, they're not.
Well,
You go on about history.
I know, but you don't. My thinking is that when you look at a club and it's not necessarily performing to as the fans would like it to perform, that should be just a blip, right? If you've got the opportunity to manage one of the biggest clubs in the world, if this was Barcelona, right? If Barcelona was slipped to 8th and Unai Emery had the chance to manage them, he's going. If it's Real Madrid, he's going. If it's Bayern Munich, he's going. If it's Man United, he's going. If it's Man City and they slipped to 8th, he's going. They're just bigger clubs. And the opportunity to have one of those on your CV, for my money, is a complete no-brainer.
No, I think he'd go Barcelona or Real Madrid because of the Spanish thing. But at the minute, he's got the third richest owners in world football. He's got total control of all.
Hold on. Just go back to that. It's irrelevant with financial fair play. It's irrelevant how rich your owners are. Newcastle got the richest in world sport, and it won't affect their transfer policy.
Yeah, okay, fair dues, but he's got total control of all the academy players, all the coaching, all the teams.
I get that, but it will always be Aston Villa.
Yeah, no, he's not leaving at the minute. I think he's got a project there. As Benty said just 10 minutes ago, and look what he's done with the players. Every player, look at Leon Bailey under Gerrard, looks half the player he looks now. He's a good coach. He's got the backing of the club. You can see we've got a vision, and I can't see him leaving.
Do you think
unless it's Barcelona or Madrid?
What about Liverpool?
No, I don't think he'll go to Liverpool.
Why?
He's on a hiding to nothing, you know. He's come to us. He's took us to where we're going. He's got a project. If he's going to follow Klopp in, like when he followed Wenger in, what's he going to do? He can only go one way. Unless he wins everything for Liverpool, he's on hiding to nothing.
I know, but I hear what you're saying, and I understand why you would say it, right? Villa are your side. But I think history tells us that whenever a bigger club comes in for either a manager or a player, 99 times out of 100 they will go. There will be the exception to the rule, Matt Letizia being one.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
you will always find Jack Grealish leaving Aston Villa to go to a bigger club. It will always happen.
Yeah, but when he followed Wenger in, he got burned badly. That hurt him. He had to go back, and he got Seville and Villarreal. Why would he go to Liverpool to follow someone like Klopp? I don't. When he's got the project and what he's doing at Villa, he's got to be manager of the season. He's got to be for where he took us to where we are now.
Do you know what, Nick? Nick makes a good point about that, because maybe he's been.
Thank you, Nick.
Again, Liverpool, bigger club. Like it's fact, right?
He's going there, right?
Right, but the thing is, he's been burnt before by doing that. He went to Arsenal when maybe not that he wasn't ready, but I don't think the club were ready yet. Wenger had been there for 20 years plus.
That's right.
If he just kind of stuck with what Wenger had done, he might have lasted a bit longer. So then going into Liverpool after what he's done, do you really want to do that again?
Okay.
You must want to be the guy following that guy.
That's right.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you think, bearing in mind that whoever sorts Man United out will be an absolute superstar,
Yeah.
right? And it will happen. Might take a year, might take another 15, okay? Right? Maybe it won't take them. But I expect it to happen, okay?
Yep.
Do you think if Manchester United come in for Unai Emery in the summer, he will go?
Again, it depends. It depends on where the two... Like, if Aston Villa finish in the top four and then the Champions League, absolutely not. No, he'll stay exactly where he's at because the club's going in the right direction. They'll back him again. What he's done, he's got the support of the Villa fans as well, right? He goes to United. First of all, as I said earlier, all their ducks have got to be aligned, but there will be some sections of Manchester United fans that will be a little bit like, ooh, is this guy big enough? So he won't have everyone on board. Right now, where he's at a huge club in Aston Villa. Every single one of the Aston Villa supporters are on board. So at the minute, he's got the freedom of the city. Gets him into the Champions League, wins the Conference League as well. He's not going anywhere.
Okay.
He doesn't need to go anywhere.
But history does tell us, like Graham Potter when he was at Brighton, right? Ran the club from top to bottom, right? It was a big fish in a little pond.
Yeah, but still, they weren't finishing Champions League.
I know, but Chelsea come in for him.
Yeah,
Has to go.
Yeah, but I get that. But Chelsea are like... And I get what Man United are, but Villa are in a better position than Brighton were.
Okay. We'll take calls from the above. I don't want to hear from United fans. Do you want 7th or 8th? 7th, of
Would you
course,
take
being
him?
conference. Yeah, I would take him. I really would. I think he's a fantastic manager.
Yeah, he's class.
And also, there aren't that many great managers out there at the moment, are they? Struggling.
So since he took charge of Villa, right? 58 games, right? What teams do you think have got more points than he has in that time?
What, in where? Europe or Premier League?
Since he took over at Aston Villa.
Yeah, but where? In Europe or the Premier League?
In Premier League.
Arsenal.
Who else?
Man City.
And who else?
Liverpool.
They're the only 3 teams above him. Only 3 teams. And
well, that's why they're fourth.
it's still, it's incredible. Since he got the job at Aston Villa, he's taken
is
112 points.
That is nuts. From how many points?
So he's played 58. He's won.
Times that by 3 for me.
1 second. 58. He's won 34, drawn 10, only lost 14. They've scored 108 goals.
How many points they got?
I'm not doing no maths.
No, but how many? It's easy to do. No, 50. You said 58 games, right?
58 games played.
Right, let's call it 60. Right, 60 times 3.
Go on then, do
6 threes.
No, do your
6
maths.
threes. You know that. 180.
It's 174.
Right, minus the 6. There you go.
I'm just
told you.
Yeah. But anyway, what a job he's done.
John's a Man United fan. 03717223344. Hello, John.
Hi, good afternoon, Andy.
How are you, Jonathan? Are you well?
I'm all right, Andy. Yeah, good afternoon to Darren.
How you doing, John? You okay?
Who, by the way, you're the nicest footballer I've ever met. So,
Who, Benty? You sure you phoned the right show?
Where did I meet him?
White Hart Lane. I was in my company used to have a box at White Hart Lane, Darren. Anyway, and you were the nicest guy I met, though. So thank you for that.
Why?
Oh,
what did he do?
Thank you,
what did he do, John?
Well, because he signed both of my kids' shirts and their programs. So thank you, Darren. You were lovely.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate it.
Did he ask for a fee for that? Was it like £5 a signature?
Anyway, so but on to Unai Emery, which you want to discuss. Yeah, I think he's a brilliant manager, Andy and Darren. He is. Look, he won, I think, 7 trophies at Paris Saint-Germain, at Sevilla. He won the Europa League 3 times. And Villarreal 1 time. He makes players better, and that's what we're seeing with Aston Villa. Look, he's making the players better. They've got a structure and a formation, and it's brilliant. I mean, I don't know about you. I actually bet that they would win yesterday. There you go. Because Unai is a very good manager. I don't know why Arsenal just gave up. They didn't give him time, did they, Andy? Right?
No.
He is a very, very good manager. Now, as for one of the other calls, I don't think he'll go to Real Madrid because I think he's Basque. I think he is. So it's unlikely he'd go there. But Barcelona possibly. Manchester United could do a lot worse than having Unai Emery. He's gonna make the players better, Andy. He's going to train them. Any of our players at the moment, he will make them better.
Okay, John, thank you for your call.
I think John, right, he can make players better, but I think the players have got to be willing to drop a little bit the ego and go, do you know what? Okay, let me listen to what this guy's got to say. Because, top clubs like that, the players are already set in their ways, aren't they? They don't want someone coming in and trying to improve them.
Thomas is a Villa fan. He's up next. Hi, Thomas.
Hello, Andy. Hello, Darren.
How do you, mate? You all right?
Yeah, my point is, I know obviously everybody knows Unai Emery is an amazing manager, but my point was more to the point. How can you say that Villa is not a proper club?
I'm guessing you meant that to Andy, yeah?
When did I say that?
Yeah,
Quote me. What did I say, Thomas?
You said, will Unai Emery go to a proper club?
Yeah, proper big club.
Oh, okay, well, that's not how it come across.
All right. But hold on, Thomas, when I say things like that, it's tongue-in-cheek, right? I know that Aston Villa are a massive club and they've been champions of Europe, so of course I appreciate them and respect them as a club.
So do you actually think that he would go to Man United?
Yes, I do.
Even though the behind the scenes at Man United is a shambles at the moment, isn't it?
Well, when he took over at Aston Villa from Steven Gerrard, they were flirting with relegation, right?
Yeah, correct.
Well, and he turned him into a top 4 club. So if he's thinking Man United are a bigger club, I don't think you can disagree with that, right, Thomas?
No, of course not.
And if he's thinking, well, this club's a little bit shambolic at the moment, but give me a season, I can turn them back into the club they are. If he thinks long term, does he want to be the manager of Man United and possibly win the Premier League and possibly win the Champions League with a club like that? I would imagine the answer is yes.
I would agree with that. But from what I gather with Unai Emery, he likes to have full control. And would he get that at Man United?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Well, no, if you guys are looking at sporting directors and all that...
Villa have got a sporting director. Yeah, all clubs have got them.
No, but I think Unai Emery's got... Again, don't quote me, but Gabby will know more. But his staff, he's got He's got specialised staff for certain
I know,
situations.
But I would guess, thank you for your call, by the way, Thomas. I would guess that if a club like United come in for him, he will say, these are my conditions.
Yeah, but a club like Man United, you're not getting those.
Then he won't go. But if Man United are desperate for his signature, they have to.
I don't think he'll go to Manchester United in the summer, regardless. No, I'm thinking about it now, just thinking.
Oh, you're thinking about it now? You weren't thinking about it before when I asked you?
No, there's so much that's got to go at your club. So much, like, you've got to get players out, players in. Who's the sporting director? Do you know what I mean? So much that's to be done at United. Why would he leave Villa to go there?
It's a massive club, you know that.
Yeah, but I get it.
That's the draw.
Yeah, but you're a massive club, but in name. But at the minute, you're not.
I know, of course in name at the moment.
But you're not performing like it.
No.
So why would he go there?
Because you're looking for someone like him to turn them back into the club they were.
No. Unai, stay where you're at.
Yeah, I know. It's more of a plea, right?
Unai, stay where you're at.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.